Hello there, you guys. This is going to be your daily tarot guidance reading for Wednesday, February the 28th, 2018. So I'm just re-streaming this. I had to stop and start over. So I've already pulled the cards, okay? So overall energy we have is the Lovers, okay? So, of course, this energy I feel like is in relations to connections and bonds, to those could be key people in our lives. It could be some sort of significant connection, or it could even be one with self. So you have the Knight of Wands in your challenged position. So it could be feeling as though you're having a hard time with creating a certain bond or bringing together. Could be struggling between bringing something together in the matters of the heart, or bringing people together, or bringing two people together. You could be like the mediator, trying to bring peace between two other people, or trying to make peace in some sort of connections or situations. Could also be that there's someone else in your life that's playing a middleman to make peace between two people. It could be to heal. Almost looks like the angel is either encouraging the two to pull things together or to separate. So if it's like, if it doesn't bring you peace and harmony, any connection, then I feel like Spirit is encouraging you to pull, separate from those types of connections. If it's one where both are on the same page, there's harmony, there's balance, there's peace, to bring those together, or they're working in that way. So it's kind of like maybe you feel like things are not healing fast enough, or things are not being resolved fast enough, or you feel anxious to bring something together, or anxious to separate, or pull something apart. With the Queen of Swords as your approach to the situation, it could very well be that you're kind of like looking deeper into the situation as to how you want to bring something together, whether it's a situation with people or just a situation period. And you're thinking about doing it. It's more coming from your intellect more than your heart, I feel, because both the Queen of Swords and the Lovers card are air energies. The Lovers is Gemini. The Queen of Swords can be Gemini, Libras, and an Aquarian energy. So she has this telescope, and it's like she's looking, and then she has a sharp sword right next to her. So it's like she's really making sure that she's seeing things clear, and she's looking at the fine print and detail of a situation. I feel like she's studying, or Spirit suggesting that you step into that energy with, I feel like, with a patience with reviewing or taking into consideration all of the details, of a situation, or seeking clarity, or to know, or to make sure that, because I feel like you may be guided to make a decision whether you are wanting to cut something out of your life, or cut cords with something or others, or to release a certain aspect in the matters of the heart. And I feel like you want to make sure that you're making the right decisions before you do that. It's like a process of elimination, but you're wanting to make sure that it's the right step, the right action. So you have the Six of Cups here as your focus. So I feel like Spirit is wanting you to pay attention to something in your past, or the history of it. This energy has been like, it's been a stalker energy for a very long time. But in this case, it's like you are going to have to go within your emotions in relation to the past, or how you once felt about something, or take into consideration how you felt then versus now, because that's relevant. There's something relevant about how you feel versus back then. Some of you guys could be simply romanticizing, these old memories, and just living in, in this nostalgic energy, and seeing it way, way more better than it actually was, or it may have been good in the past, but now it's like that's no more, and you can't cling on to the past because that energy doesn't exist anymore. Then we have the King of Pentacles in the conclusion. So as the conclusion, so this could be a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn person. So very well could be that someone is sticking true and firm, or deciding to stick to what they know or what they feel is best for them. This could also be a choice about a career move, or a change in career, or leaving a job perhaps, or leaving a person or situation that may have been someone in your life for a very long time, or may have been in your life for a very long time. This could be a husband or a wife. It could be a family member. It could be a friend, in deciding to respectfully either work on the situation or leave it behind. It's either or something in the matters of heart. Like I said, it could be a job. It could be any other situation. Some of you guys are anxious to make a decision or take action, with spirits telling you, I feel like with the Queen of Swords, to be patient with whatever this choice and decision is, and to go in with a clear insight and clear intellect, you know, considering all of the details, going back to the past, reviewing how you felt versus now, or anything else that's triggering you in relation to the past. So you have Gemini energy, you have Scorpio energy, possibly Libra, Aquarius, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn energy as well. So that's the general. So we're going to move on to the love energies. Any of you who are interested in that deck, this is the Wheel of the Year Tarot. Okay, that was the deck I was using. Alright, so love energies for love energy reading and matters of the heart, divine spirit, for Wednesday, February the 28th, 2018. Thank you, divine spirit. What is the energies? Thank you. Okay, so you have joy and stability, which is the Four of Wands. Four of opening up, which is the Four of Pentacles. Detach, which is the Justice card. Believe and succeed, which is the Six of Wands. And throat chakra. So coming together, Two of Cups. Okay. So overall energy with the joy and stability. So this is obviously the energy of joy and stability. Like the Four of Wands, it's usually depicting a couple or some sort of gathering, celebration. But in this, it's just an energy of it. So whatever joy and stability represents, it means to you. The challenge with this energy is opening up. So it's kind of like you might be sensing this energy, optimism, excitement, you know, expecting something positive out of this energy, but there's this fear, maybe being vulnerable, of opening up and trusting this energy, because again, it's like the Four of Pentacles, so it's, you know, potentially guarding what you feel is, you know, guarding in yourself, your heart, or what you feel is a treasure, or could be, you know, a false sense of protection or comfort. It's kind of like a, you know, a baby blanket, you know, that safe thing that, you know, like something that you use as a mechanism, a defense mechanism, or just something that keeps you in your comfort zone where you're stuck in your ways, where you don't really necessarily have to change, or it's that false sense of, you know, being threatened by something, or feeling threatened, or a fear of harm, you know, your ego possibly, but it's this false sense of protection where you cling on to what's tired and true. It could be beliefs, it could be people, it could be, you know, your way of going about love and relationships. It's people, certain people tend to go a certain way when it comes to love and relationships, you know, how they, if this person says this, then, you know, I'll feel comfortable and I'll open up. If this person doesn't tell me they love me within 3 months, then I'm not going to waste my time. I'm not going to get to know this person. It could be things like that. Or I'm not going to let go of this person or this thing until I know for sure that whatever is out there for me, it's a guarantee that I'm going to be with someone, or I'm going to be happy, or it's worth letting this go, or I'm going to stay here because this is all I know. I don't know if I deserve anything better. Or it could even be manipulating and holding on to something or someone that is not good for you, or is not meant for you, and they're not meant, you're not meant for them, but instead you kind of manipulative energy. So that might be a struggle for some of you, opening up in some sense. With the detached card, with the detached card, this is justice. And your approach to a situation, your suggested approach, again, Spirit's telling you to detach from some sort of stagnant energy, or something that is causing stagnation, or causing you to isolate yourself, causing depression, causing sadness, or allowing you, possibly something you're allowing, that type of energy of isolation and a false sense of peace. Back to the Lover's card with the doves. That sense of peace. Whatever does not give you peace, release it. If it's you causing this lack of peace, get out of that energy. If it's someone else in your life, or people in your life, or a circumstance, an environment, a job, or whatever that causes a lack of peace, separate from that energy. It's simple as that. That's what Spirit's telling you. That's the easiest message. It's a messenger, I feel like, from Divine Spirit. The purest, clearest cut message to tell you that's not for you. If it doesn't bring you solitude and peace, and it causes anxiousness, it causes fear, anxiety, resentment, anger, hate, depression, so on and so forth, any lower vibrational energy, it's not for you. That's a sign that it's not for you. Could be time to give it up. It could be a cycle. It could be a karmic energy. It's time to let go. It's time to give it up. Things are being weighed accordingly. Spirit is possibly, people hate to hear people get real sometimes, but I'm going to do it anyway. I don't give a fuck. It is what it is. But this energy, if you notice, there's a lot of breakups. There's a lot of tension in relationships, friendships, business-wise, whatever. If you haven't noticed, a whole bunch of drama, if it's not happening in your environment, in your personal experiences, in your personal life, or with people in close proximity to you, it's in the media. So it's showing you that certain foundations and connections that need to be severed, that may have been karmic lessons involved. Now it's time to separate from those connections and those things and those environments, because you don't need those lessons anymore. You've outgrown those energies. You've outgrown each other. So you're going to see a lot of breakups. You're going to see a lot of friendships people breaking up, people getting divorces, arguments, business deals gone wrong, or business partnerships falling out, people up and leaving their jobs, people moving out of whatever, out of a living situation, or some sort of traumatic change, and it's for the highest good. If it doesn't give you peace, Spirit is going to push you out of that energy. It is what it is. Okay, so with this energy, the Six of Wands, believe and succeed in your focus position. This is telling you to focus on the path ahead. That tunnel vision of believing that no matter what the circumstances and no matter what the outcome is in your situations and the matters of the heart, relationships, whatever, that you're going to be successful and you're going to be where you're supposed to be. Again, remembering that there's no such thing as a missed opportunity, a mistake. There's no such thing as, this is the best thing that ever happened to me, or this is the last thing that will ever be good for me. I'll never find anyone, or I'll never find a better job, or I'm just shit out of luck. It will never be that. Your focus moving forward, it's almost like the Six of Swords too. That Divine Spirit is leading you and guiding you into the right direction from now on. Trusting that. It could also be overcoming struggles within a relationship between you and another person. It might call for you to finally tell someone how you feel. Maybe you and your partner never, hash something out, or you and a close friend never really told each other, what was going on underneath the surface. You kind of brushed over it. Now is the time to be open with each other, and it might not be easy to do that. but you're being guided to with throat chakra. And it could be telling people, deuces, I'm out, or someone else communicating this, or maybe a conversation that leads to that, and know it's for the highest good. But at the same time, when you leave something behind, you gain something else coming together. So whether it be leaving the past, the old drama behind, and just saying, you know what, I forgive you too, I apologize, let's talk it out, let's make peace, or let's make peace and, say goodbye, with respect of that, and something else coming into your life, whether it be a new partner, a new job, a new friendship, a new energy of something, in the matters of the heart, something that's more compatible, something that's actually emotionally connected to you, because some of these connections, they're just superficial level connections. They're not really based off of deep divine connection, whether that be a friend, a lover, a love interest, a business that you've been working for years. It's like, it doesn't resonate with me anymore. It's just not for me. I don't feel it anymore. And that's, you have to follow what this energy is, what this means to you, joy and stability. A lot of people don't want to be honest with themselves. Yeah, just because you love someone, or you love a job, or maybe not even you love it, you've been there for years, but it doesn't give you that joy. It doesn't give you that stable ground. It doesn't feel like home to you. And I feel like that's what joy and stability is. It represents home. And if it doesn't feel like home to you, it feels forced. It feels a pushback pull, that unrequited love, or that job that you just freaking hate clocking into, but it pays well, or a friendship that's just superficial. It's competitive. There's no real substance in anything. It doesn't make you feel at home. You don't feel like, yeah, I get you. Me and this person, we vibe very well. We understand each other. It's a love-hate relationship, or it's a force. I love you. No, I don't like you, but I love you, but I don't care. I want you anyway. Or it's all about sex, or it's all about what can you do for me? What can I get out of it? That's not a healthy relationship. If something provokes that lower vibrational energy, address it, because that person's mirroring something back to you that you need to heal. But I feel like I could be beating a dead horse with some of you when it comes to, some ideologies out there about what true love is and what divine partnerships is. This love runner chaser shit. It's disgusting. It's unrequited love. Just call it what it is. It's unrequited love. You want someone that is not meant for you, or someone, it's like someone that's meant to teach you a lesson, and once you get it, then you can move on. But until you get it, that if that person's meant for you, if you let them go, if that person comes back around, so be it. But you can't force someone to love you. You can't force someone to see things how you see it. I had to learn that lesson. I wasted a lot of my time in certain situations, and I see a lot of people doing the same. But it's never really a waste of time, but it can be a waste of energy. Put it towards something else, or towards yourself. But once you finally see it for what it is, then it's like, okay, I get it. It's about me. It's something that I need to address within myself. It wasn't even about him, or it's not about her. It's whatever is within me. And I feel like it's easy to blame another person. Oh, he's not ready. Oh, she's not ready. Or they don't really acknowledge the connection. They're denying the connection. It's like you're feeding yourself some bullshit to cope, because you don't want to heal. You don't want to focus on yourself. It's always easy to point the blame at someone else rather than look at ourselves. No one can make you happy. No one can make you sad unless you give them the power to do that. So, we can cry all night over somebody in bed, hate them, just despise this person, hate the fact that they're with someone else, call it a karmic partner, call it a whatever you want to call it, to make you feel good about yourself or to feel better about the situation. But until you focus on yourself and detach from those characters in the story, that's when the healing becomes and the realization comes in. So I've been there, done that. So think I know what I'm talking about when I say it's not even about the other person. It's never about anybody else, no matter what. Even if it's the boss that you despise and you can't stand them, or a stranger on the street that triggers you, there's some, like, why did it trigger you? What did it make you feel, and why did it make you feel that? Why did you allow them to make you feel that? More than likely, 9 times out of 10, it's something within yourself that you haven't addressed or healed from. You know, I'm just saying. And I feel like when you detach, you're going to get that peace. It's like, oh my God, it's like a breath of fresh air. I don't know if anyone's ever been through this before, but I remember when I broke up with some, it's like, okay, I have 2 instances, or 3. Okay, a so-called best friend that I had for years. 2 exes that I had. It was a toxic friendship. And when I just cut her off, she cut me off, actually. It was like, okay, so it was New Year's. It was like New Year's week, or the week of the New Year's Eve or whatever, like towards the end of the year, the last week of the year. And I went on my Facebook and I was just honest. I was like, you know, whoever I cut off, I don't talk to you anymore. You know, it is what it is, out of love. You know, it's just, we're not on the same page anymore. We're not evolving. She felt some type of way about it, obviously. So when I went to block her, I was guided to go actually block her. And it's petty, blocking people. It's so stupid. But yeah, I was guided to do that. And anyway, I noticed that I couldn't find her. So like, oh, okay, she blocked me. So that, I got so much relief from that for some reason. I got so much relief from that. Going through the whole twin flame experience, so that makes it 4, sorry. So going through the whole twin flame experience, I had to block that person. Like, I wished them a happy birthday, and it was like, I have to just stop. I need to just let it go. Something just called me to let it go. Like, I need to just free myself of this energy. It's not healthy for me. I'm allowing the unhealthy pattern. I need to let it go. It's not serving me. You know, it served me to heal and to learn whatever I needed to learn at that time. But I had to let it go. And then I felt so much lighter. And eventually I called in another lesson because I wasn't fully healed in some sense. So I called in another person. And it was that simple boy meets girl. It was good in the beginning. Dates, sex, all of that. And we got so caught up in each other, and that's the unhealthy part. We got so caught up in each other, so focused on each other, that we weren't really living our own lives, and it was draining to both of us. So it's like spirit was actually pulling us apart, and I was ignoring it and denying it, even though I knew the truth. I knew that it was time to separate, whether it be temporarily or just because, but I refused it. Eventually we did break up, and I felt free. I actually felt free, like light, like ugh, like. Another ex, same thing. I almost fell to the floor because I was so light, like a weight had been lifted off of my back, and I was so light that I was like, oh my gosh. So you'll feel that energy. It's like, that's the energy I'm getting from this. Like, you're leaving from this icy, cold, depressive, low energy to, once you release, that peace comes over you. It's that peace, that energy. Yeah, sorry for the long story, but hopefully that was meant to help somebody. Okay, so this is our last day of Pick a Cards with Romance Angels. So that will end my February love energy reading go round. All right, so as usual, 3 cards, whatever number you feel guided to pull, or numbers you feel guided to pull. I'll give you a moment to meditate on each card. Card 1, 2, and 3. Thank you, Divine Spirit, as for highest guidance, truth, and clarity in the matters of the heart and love. Thank you. Okay. All right. Okay. Card 1, card 2, and 3. Okay. So you have trust and past life relationship. So I'm getting trust issues right away. So it could be something from your past relationships that causes you to not trust yourself anymore, or trust in another person. So I feel like Spirit is telling you to go back It could be that a person from your past is trying to come back into your life and you don't know if you can trust that. If you can trust this person or trust their intentions. Maybe you don't trust yourself to even go back here. But I feel like this, for majority of you, this is a trust issue that you have in relation to a past situation or past relationship or relationships, period. So it says this situation is calling for you to have faith. So I feel like Spirit's telling you that you need to trust yourself. That even if you can't fully trust yourself, trust in the divine spirit that they are protecting you. Because there's an angelic, it's like a child. I think they're called cherubs. I forgot, or however you pronounce it. An angelic baby. I get like a childlike innocence. So it's like you're divinely protected. And I feel like the intentions are pure. Or it could be that you need to trust in your intentions, or I feel like it's like a start over. It could also be an energy of lightheartedness, to just be open and get to know people, or to just trust. And this is my new saying: if I would, give this person the benefit of the doubt until they give you a reason not to. I think my mom had said something along the lines of that, like, you can't expect someone to do the same thing someone else did, and you can't live your life in fear of what someone's going to do to you until they've actually done something to you. So that helps. Card 2, new love with you deserve love. Okay, so if there's a new person that's coming or in your life right now, someone that's just entered, know that more than likely you've called this new person into your life, and you really need to see yourself as worthy of new love. You're deserving of this new person. You're deserving of the affection and the attention, because more than likely this person is something you haven't experienced before. Like, their whole vibe is just different. They're not like any guy or girl you dealt with before, man or woman, whatever, that you've dealt with before. They're totally something new. Also, Spirit is telling you that you need to trust in the fact that you can attract a new relationship, that you can attract love, that you can attract the new energy for your relationship. If you're in one already, that you can attract a new beginning, that you can attract. Some of you want your partner to be more loving, more affectionate, maybe more attentive. And I feel like Spirit is saying you deserve that. Some of you guys, if you're dwelling on the past, it's like you need to turn your attention around, because there could be someone in your sphere that you're ignoring. This new person that has genuine intentions, that is, going to give you the love that you deserve to receive and really respects you. You can tell the difference between a person who respects you and who doesn't. A person that really loves you and respects you will never make you feel unloved or unwanted. They will never call you out of your name. They will never put their hands on you. They would never cheat on you. Some cases, yeah, it might happen that way if they really forgive them, if they really are sorry and sincerely sorry, whatever, that's your business. But I feel like the difference between a person that really values and respects you. And first it starts with knowing your self-worth and what you deserve, and that you're capable of attracting the very thing that your heart truly, truly, truly desires. Not what your ego desires and wants, but what your heart truly wants. Okay, so you have religious factors with chemistry. So some of you guys are attracting a divine partnership for sure. Spirit's aligning you up with someone. And when it comes, don't be scared. Embrace it. Don't be scared. It's okay. For others of you, you may have called in someone and you're like, oh shit, like, I don't know what to do. Is this a real connection? Whether it's lifelong or not, it's a valid connection. You called it in, they called you in. I feel like it's a very spiritual, very powerful, deep connection. For others of you, like I said, you're calling in someone and they're calling out to you. It's like two magnets that are coming together. And this is I feel like a divine relationship for a lot of you that's coming in, that you're calling in. And I feel like divine spirit is in control of it, and you're being divinely led towards this person and vice versa. Okay, so much love to you guys. I hope this reading resonated with you, gives you much insight, much clarity. And until the next reading, If you guys are interested in a quick personal reading, mini reading with me, you guys can hit me up on Instantgo for text message reading, video reading, a phone call reading. If you guys are looking for something more full and in-depth, you guys can hit me up on my website. Be sure to follow my blog in order to check out and purchase readings on my website. You guys, if you're looking for an emergency reading, I do offer emergency readings at $45. Be sure to check out all of the information in the description box below as to how to obtain a reading with me and other information. Also, if you want to follow me on social media, you can very well do so. Much love.